And hello everybody, my name is NikoTheLegend, also known as the One-Mannered Teenager, the Snowflake, and the Rambling Idiot. And today we're going to be talking about the censorship of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Whoa! Hot topic these days right away. So I'm a little late on actually talking about this because there's been a gazillion of you guys out there who have done videos, have done articles all about this, and people are making a big deal out of it. Of course, they're making a big deal out of it. Look, I'm making a big deal out of it. No, I'm just kidding. Well, maybe. We'll find out. Yeah, I was contemplating on doing this just because I was like, well, so many people have done it, but I haven't done it. Do I want to keep just milking it? Why not? Nico's all about milking the cow anyway, so here we are. This article here is going to go through the in-depth version of what this Bioware edit sexualized cutscenes in Mass Effect Legendary Edition is all about. Before we get started, hey, if you like what you see in Nico the Legend or anything Nico related, hit that subscribe button and check me out for more further videos down the line. Appreciate that. And the Nico Show is a great podcast. Okay, shameless plugs aside. Guys, Nico has been working real hard to try to get these videos out to keep you guys up the tab, keep tabs on this Legendary Edition, keep you up to speed as best I can with whatever research I have. So this one is a bit of a big article, and I want to read through it, okay? Because when people see the clickbait pictures of Miranda's butt, people get the right idea right away. And there's actually more in-depth analysis behind this. It's not just Miranda's butt that's getting censored and all that, or whatever you want to call it, right? So let's just settle down a little bit and just read through this like a rational person and just know it from the developer's standpoint. And then we can kind of go on from after that. We all do it. We all see the headlines, we see the picture, and we're like, I can't believe that's happening before we even look into it. So I try to better myself on not doing that as much. But I completely understand, okay? No Pinnacle Station DLC. Now we have to deal with censorship? Let's find out. Okay, and you know what? This is a great article anyway because there's just butts everywhere, and I enjoy it. Because I'm a pervert. So, Bioware has confirmed that Mass Effect Legendary Edition will feature edits to some of its more sexualized cutscenes, particularly those involving Cerberus officer Miranda Lawson. Hence the picture. Announced on February 2nd, Mass Effect Legendary Edition is set to feature not only the 3 games that make up the original Mass Effect trilogy, but also over 40 DLC from all 3 games and enhanced performance, visuals, graphics, and it's all available in HDR. For Mass Effect 1, we took the rough edges off of it and tried to reduce the delta between 1 and 2 because 2 and 3 had very similar look and feel, and 1 tended to feel very dated. So we spent more time trying to bring it closer to 2, Project Director Mac Walters explained to Metro in a recent interview. Walters continued, there was an underlying systems that made it more like an RPG and less like a shooter, but there were other systems like camera movement, aiming, and things like that we had improved over the course of the trilogy. Okay, he's just setting up the foundation, so bear with me. So bringing those into Mass Effect 1 was a no-brainer, and we tried to just smooth out your overall experience, Walters added, reducing the friction from that gameplay, but not inherently or fundamentally changing how you progress through the game. How you invest in the squad talents and the class systems and things like that, that was important. Almost there. In turning their attention and providing players with a better overall experience, Walters further explained that the team gave special attention to improving the game's handling of the female version of Commander Shepard. Okay, so save all your thoughts for the comments below when this is all done, trust me. Whose character lacked customization features and reused many of the male-centric animations from her male counterpart. Female Shepard was pretty manly in terms of her movement and stuff. Bioware was pretty lazy about that. I do like a little femme walk in my stride sometimes, if I'm playing femme Shep. You gotta make her different, right? She's technically considered a completely different person. It's kind of crazy how that works. Saint Wolven and I discussed that and how interesting that was. Now it's even more prevalent in this. Specifically for female Shepard, I think there was a lot of changes that we could do across the trilogy to make that better, so that she's a bit more on par with male Shepard, said Walters. Whether it be just some subtle face shape changes or some wrinkles or support or whatever, so she's catching the light in some kind of quality level. And then specifically around the animations, we couldn't really change a lot of those because there were times where you could change the camera to not focus on one of those animations, he continued. All right, pay close attention, this is important. So a male Shepard animation would have him sitting with his legs quite wide open, which guys love to do, with a low camera, where if you were wearing a skirt, it would be a bit unflattering. Makes sense. So we can't necessarily change that animation, but you can raise that camera up slightly to reduce the problem. Okay, so that's just one example. Just one example. Additionally, during a hands-off presentation detailing the changes coming to the remastered version of the sci-fi trilogy attended by Polygon, Bioware environment and character director Kevin Meek revealed that the red-headed default femship, who was first introduced as a playable option in Mass Effect 3, would be available to play as throughout the entire saga, which is fantastic because I love femshep. She's great. If anybody who hasn't tried femshep, you gotta try her. She's awesome. Jennifer Hale is amazing voice actress for femshep. And now it's going to be even more prevalent to this day. With less skirt shots. Sadly, though, somewhat unsurprisingly, the original 3 games in the trilogy will not be released unaltered, as Walters revealed that the team had made edits to some of the game's more well-rounded cutscenes. When pressed on the accusations leveled against the developer that certain characters and designs, such as all the female Asari or Edie's robot body, were made specifically to pander to a male audience. Is it really? No one knows that for sure. Walter noted, I do think a lot of changes have evolved since the original games, but I don't know if I would say we were ultra concerned about it or anything like that, but there were considerations. Yeah, just the female side of things, right? Not the males were never overly sexualized, like Jacob doing crunches. Yeah, okay. According to Walters, Kevin Meek actually called out some camera cuts that were just, why was that focusing on Miranda's butt? Why not? You guys, you should know the people. You should know the Bioware. You should know the question. It's like you're asking something you already know the answer to. You guys did it. So in some cases we said, okay, we can make a change there, he recalled. But ultimately to change an entire character model or something like that wasn't really... It was a decision that was made as part of many creative decisions and just showing it as the best possible fidelity that we could going forward is really the choice for all of the art that we had. What's wrong with having a nice butt and just showing it off? I mean, Miranda's character is all about her being perfect. Even though it's like a target. But it doesn't happen very often. Come on now. Unfortunately, despite these improvements and changes being made to Mass Effect, Walters concluded his interview with Metro by revealing that the third game's controversial ending would remain unchanged. Oh, there you go. But that's not what we're talking about here. But there you go, folks. Only change the things that are overly sexualized, not the things that people really, really cared about. That's what's important. Sure, you know the controversy around the ending, he admitted, and we understand. I certainly understand how that didn't hit with some people. Some? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, man, these people are so fucking arrogant sometimes. Oh, God. But I don't think you should suddenly just go in and try to change anything in that regards. Yeah, okay. As of writing, a full list of cutscenes intended for alteration is currently unknown. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is currently set for May 14th, release date. Okay, anyway. So guys, what do you make of these cutscene changes? What are your thoughts about this? My thoughts personally, look, you guys did it in the game originally. You sought out to do something a certain way. You had a perspective on something, and that's how it was. That's what we saw in the end result. I don't remember anybody complaining and pissing and moaning about showing a few Miranda butt shots, but that stuff never bothered me. Yeah, it may have been blatantly obvious, but we were really offended. Like I said before, when Jacob's doing abs shirtless and he's muscly black guy. Come on now, come on. You know, it's gotta be a balancing game. But maybe they altered that or something. This is just the more obvious stuff that we're talking about right here. This is the obvious point that they're trying to make. The example. Now, the whole thing would, look, I get it. Female Shepard going spread eagle in a skirt. Yeah, it's not very ladylike. But I don't know how ladylike Shepard is. I don't know that. She's a soldier. Soldiers, maybe she's just more aggressive like a soldier would be. Like, especially someone who's graduated from the N7 program. I mean, I don't fucking know. This is a made-up universe. Who cares? Who cares? But, just tilt your camera up a little bit. Whatever, that's fine. But what I don't have a problem with is if you just completely eliminate these things that were in the game originally, which I don't think they're doing. They're just, like it said with the whole skirt shot, is just painting the camera up. Now, that's just like the whole, that could turn into a whole scenario of who shot first in Star Wars A New Hope, Han or Greedo. Like, I have a feeling it's going to turn that big of a deal. This time, it's like, it's all about the butt. Now, I appreciate them wanting to make female Shepard be more, I don't know, this is really awkward to say, be more female. I don't know how much you can do that. But I guess they just, they wanted her to have her own motions or her personality and stuff without it completely just being a clone of Commander or of male Shepard. I completely understand that. Yeah, like I said, I like a little prance, a little elegance with my stride as female Shepard. There's nothing wrong with that. But still, I could fucking rip your balls off your body and squish them like this, and that's not even going to be a Paragon or Renegade option. It's just, she's just that badass enough to do it. So, me personally, I don't want this to happen where they just, like I said, if they were just completely omitting this stuff, cutting it out, that's a problem, because censoring is never a good thing to do. I'm sorry, that's just the American part of me saying that. But if you're altering and maybe just working a way around to where it fits maybe FemShep's narrative on the situation, I don't know, then maybe it's okay. But if it's like I said, if it's completely getting it off the grid, cutting it out where it's just blatantly obvious, then that is a problem. Like, that's a no-no. And we don't know how much that's going to be affected in the game, how much it's going to affect it, which is a bigger issue, is knowing what else is going to be changed. We just have a general idea. Until we actually play the game, which damn well there's going to be comparative videos, compare-contrast stuff, and like what stuff was changed or cut, so on and so forth. I mean, people are already doing with the graphics comparison, which I need to check out. That sounds exciting. Anyway, but I wouldn't freak out, okay? I wouldn't just go blatantly like, oh my god, they're just completely cutting it out. Just wait a little bit. Like I said, I don't like it as much as the next person when they start messing with all this stuff, start tinkering it, making a special edition Star Wars trilogy type of treatment, or whatever you want to call it, We don't want that. We just want the original game. So if everything is still there, 99%, if there's a balancing act with sexualized cutscenes, if it's the male and the women and the men that get somehow, to where they're not just like up on your grill, on your lap, giving you a lap dance and all that jazz, okay? Then, okay. As long as you're not cutting out, but you just I don't know, you just do whatever you think is proper and it somehow works in the end, then fine. Like I said, the butt is just, like, I know I'm repeating myself, but the butt is just the prime example. That's the most obvious thing. But it's still going to be there. The butt's still going to be there. The cutscene's still going to be there. It just might not be as prevalent of, like, them showing, like, a close-up of her ass. It's still going to be there, like they already stated. But anyway, we can go on forever about this. I just want to offer some of my comments about it and how I feel. Like I said, censorship is always bad. But, I don't know, maybe touching up a little bit, altering, that's okay to an extent. As long as you do it properly and with, still keeps the flow of the cutscene, doesn't eliminate what the message is trying to be portrayed in that dialogue. So anyway, folks, let me know down in the comments below what you think about this. I've been your host, NikoTheLegend, also known as the Well-Mannered Teenager and the Snowflake, Rambling Idiot, yada, yada, yada. It's been a pleasure, and hope to see you guys again. Take care. Miranda's butt?